Hey, what's up guys? Today I'll be doing a review of the Prize Ring Professional 2.0 boxing gloves. So stay tuned.
Uber up the styles like miles and shit. Like 60s funky worms with waves and perms. Just sending junkie.
Alright guys, so we have these Prize Ring gloves, 16 ounce. And we'll give you guys a little bit of a close-up of these gloves. See, it has that Prize Ring logo. Prize Ring is a brand based out of Japan. The gloves are made in Pakistan, however. But really nice gloves overall. You can see it has a really nice design on the top and the back of the glove. See that? And let's check out the weight. Zero that out. And see how much these gloves weigh. So they're 16 ounce gloves and they weigh about 15.5. So they're almost on weight, which is nice to see, especially for training gloves. Typically you see them off by a few ounces, but these are right there almost at 16 ounces. Let's check out the left glove. 15.5. So both gloves are the same weight, which is nice. So you can see some consistency with the weight of the glove. So on to the review. Hey, what's up guys? Carlo here, and today I'll be doing a review of the Prize Ring Professional 2.0 boxing gloves. I got mine in the black and purple color scheme, Velcro closure in 16 ounces. This particular color scheme, they also offer it in 10 ounces if you want to go with a lower weight glove. They also have two other models, I believe the Supreme and the Kento. And based on looking at the website, the only really difference I saw between those gloves and this one, aside from the sizes they offer, is the design. So they have a little bit more of a flashier design on the Kento. They also use some metallics. So if you go with some of the more exotic looking colors and metallics, the price goes up from there. But as far as Prize Ring goes, they're a fairly new company. They're based out of Tokyo, Japan. That sells mainly gloves and apparel and some hand wraps. I don't believe they actually make any groin protectors or headgear or any other kind of boxing equipment as of yet. But they're out of Tokyo, Japan. Their products are made in Pakistan. But they're probably one of the very few companies that are actually based out of Asia or, out of Japan or Korea that has, made their own boutique brand and now released their own product. So let's go on to the 5 things. First is going to be the actual glove design. So as you can see, this glove is actually a little bit larger in profile for being a 16 ounce glove. It's definitely not as compact as some gloves like Pro Series, some Clato Reyes gloves, some of the rivals that have a little bit more of a slimmer profile. These are definitely a little bit wider. So for those of you that might have larger hands, longer fingers, I think these gloves would definitely suit you in terms of sizing. You can see that it has the Prize Ring. It's almost kind of a slick, kind of a polyester logo that's stitched onto the back right here. So it says Prize Ring Fight a Duel. That's stitched on the back. What's unique with these gloves is that they have this big 4-inch Velcro strap. So even more so, they didn't put any beading, or should I say, any piping on the actual edge of this strap. So it kind of gives it a cleaner look. However, there's a little bit of a drawback in terms of using this, and I'll talk about that here in a minute. But so you can see that Has a prize ring logo on this patch here as well as on the back with the ounces. It says handmade with craftsmanship. So nice little details there. All full leather construction. This is a full 100% cowhide leather glove. And then on the back right here, you do have the prize ring logo that is kind of screen printed across the knuckle area. Obviously, over a period of time, if you use these for a lot of training and using this for bag work, this logo will eventually wear down just from natural use. But overall, I think it's a pretty cool looking glove. I think that they use the graphics nicely to represent their brand, but it doesn't look too overdone. So the black and purple I like also. I like that color scheme. That's why I decided to go with that. You do have the black and purple split thumb with the attached leather strip right there. You do have a grip bar with ventilated holes on the thumb. Split palm with the purple and the black. So overall, a little bit larger profile glove. Again, wider and a little bit taller than some gloves that I like. I mean, I'm more of a compact glove guy myself, but again, if you have larger hands, I think these would be good for you. Now, qualities wise, these are definitely on par with, I would say, like Infinitude, Sabas, some of the higher end rival gear in terms of the cowhide leather quality. You can see here that the actual grain of the leather is pretty nice. You know, I wouldn't say these are on the level of winning or even the Mexican style gloves like Reyes, but they definitely hold their own. They're still really beautiful gloves. You can see the stitching is done really nicely throughout. All the areas where you typically see a lot of stress on the glove, inside the thumb. You know, sometimes areas where they missed the little details are done really nicely on this glove. All on the edges too, everything is rolled in nicely. The double stitching on the palm looks really good. It looks nice and even and straight, you know. Right there, you know, you can see that it kind of came down a little bit closer. But again, I mean, it's not detrimental to the performance of the glove. But if we were nitpicking looking at it, you can just see that they did a really good job as far as the stitching lines go. So that all looks really nice. The Velcro strap also looks pretty good. Show you guys the inside. The inside liner has kind of a satin microfiber liner on the inside. One thing I do like about the material they use when they use this kind of material, it doesn't tend to bunch up like some of that polyester nylon liners that are a little bit more lightweight feeling. But this right here, you don't get a lot of excess material, which I like. So when you put your hand in here, you don't feel like there's any areas where you have too much cloth, that's like bunching up on your hand. So that I definitely like that. But you can see the stitching is done really nicely, even around the cuff and the inside where the wrist is at. You have about a 1/4 inch layer of latex foam on the wrist right here to give you that support, as well as on this other side, on the purple side, you have about, goes up to about right here. So that's where the ending is for the stitching. So you have all of that. The Velcro strap is stitched nicely into the side of the glove. You have a little bit of fraying here on the Velcro strap right there. That could have been done a little bit better. And the inside looks really good as well. Now the comfort of the glove, putting these gloves on, I've used these mainly just for the heavy bag. They're very comfortable. They put your hand in a nice position. You can make a really good fist with these. They do have a semi-broken in feel. You'll probably have to knock these out on the bag and do some mitt work with these just to really loosen them up. The main drawback I find with these gloves is just the size of the hand compartment. For me personally, I have medium-sized hands, and I feel that width-wise, if they were to kind of narrow the glove in just a little bit, it'd be a little bit more compact and form-fitting. I do like that they use a multi-layer foam. I believe that they use a polyester with latex and maybe some memory foam on the inside where that lines up against your hand. So I do like the comfort and the liner they use on the inside that doesn't bunch up like I mentioned earlier. I just wish that the width of the glove was a little bit skinnier, a little bit more narrow. Even with my hand wraps on, it shifts just a little bit. And again, it's not a huge deal, but it's more of a feel thing with these gloves for being as wide as they are. The length I'm not too concerned about. It is a little bit of a longer glove. So, you know, again, if you're a person that wants your gloves to rise up a little bit higher and a little bit more slim fitting. You might find these gloves to be a little bit on the big side for you. But making a fist is really easy. My thumb positioning is really nice as well. The big catch, and as a drawback here also, is they put a strip of foam on the fingertip right here, which a lot of companies do with these gloves to kind of give you something to hold on to and for comfort. But the issue I have with this particular glove is they use it all at the very bottom here, so it doesn't allow you to curl your fingers over. It's almost like your hand is in this position. So if I were to, you know, show you this on the inside, my hand is basically like this right now, rather than really curling over to make a fist. And because of that, I feel like when I'm making contact, you know, with the bag, I'm kind of curling it, but I'm not really able to clench my fist down to really make a great fist upon contact. So if they were to remove this strip right here, then you would be able to really kind of curl your finger into and make a nice fist out of it, rather than your hand kind of laying flat against your palm. So rather than doing one of those like that, you're doing more of like that, rather than it resting on the butt of your thumb right there. So I think that's just more of an ergonomics thing. So maybe if they can kind of reduce that foam strip on the inside, that way you can really tuck your finger underneath that, I think that'll make a world of a difference. Now the actual performance of the glove, they perform great. I think they are a great all-around gym glove because of the kind of consistency of the foam you have here. It's pretty medium density. It's not super soft. It's not extremely hard, but it's dense enough to where it protects your hands if you're using these for bag work. And it also protects your partner when you're using these for sparring as well, just because they're forgiving enough and there's enough padding on here for sparring. The other drawback, which I mentioned earlier in the review, is the Velcro strap. When you have both gloves on, you have a hard time getting a grip of this strap. Here, and I'll show you guys here in a second. So putting both gloves on, that's not a problem. So I can get both of these gloves, put them on, no problem. Put the Velcro straps on, both gloves are on and good. Now the issue is being able to grab the strap to remove it. This is where I had a hard time, because I can't use my finger to grab anything. Typically gloves that are Velcro have piping there, or some of the more, you know, some of the MMA gloves will put like a rubber tab or something right there so you can grab and remove it. With these, I found myself struggling to kind of remove it. And if it's down enough, you can see I'm trying to grab it. So sometimes what I ended up doing was using my teeth to do one of those, and then from there I had enough of a lip to grab the Velcro and remove it. So again, it's kind of a double-edged sword. It looks cool to not have the piping on the strap. I think it looks cleaner, but when you have to remove the Velcro, it's really hard to get your finger to grip on to this Velcro tab, especially when it's all the way flat, because there's not really much to grab onto. To kind of show you guys, it's really hard for me to get a grip. So again, that's more of a convenience thing with this glove. I think that if they can maybe put a bead on it, if they don't want to actually change the look of the strap, then maybe put the bead on the end right here, or add like a rubber tab or something, just something that you can use to kind of grip onto to remove these. That way, you know, when you're training, a lot of times you're trying to move on to the next exercise or to whatever else you're doing. So for me personally, when I'm training, I hate having to wait to do something else. I want to finish up what I'm doing and move on to the next exercise or whatever the next workout I'm going to be doing. And the last thing you want is to have to worry about pulling off this Velcro strap or biting it or just moving on to the next thing. Again, just more of a convenience thing, but hopefully they can improve that. And then lastly would be the cost of these gloves. Is another strong point of these gloves. These gloves are $89 plus shipping. So from Tokyo to the United States, these ran about $100, a little bit over 100 bucks, which is a fair price really, considering these are really nice quality gloves. You know, they're very unique. They have a really good looking design. You know, the padding and the performance of the gloves perform really well. Again, the only drawbacks I would say would be obviously the Velcro strap, this finger compartment grip bar that they can probably modify a little bit, and just the size of the glove is a little bit on the larger side. But that might not be a drawback for some of those you might have bigger hands, longer fingers. That might be a positive thing for you. So you might be like, well, I need gloves that are big, so I could fit my hands in there. So that might be a good thing for you. So, but those are the things that I think are kind of the pros and cons with getting these gloves. But pricing is definitely a pro. For $89, I think it's a great price point. The more higher end ones that are metallic, that have the cooler looking colors, are above 100. I think they're about $109 or $119. So if you do go with a nicer, or should I say a more flashier design, be ready to pay a little bit more for that. So hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you guys have any questions or comments, make sure you guys leave them down below in the comments box. I'll put the link in the description box on where you can get these prize ring gloves. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.